Hey everybody, it's Molly, and welcome to another episode of RTT, where it's finally time to talk about Universal. Now, it's no secret that I love Harry Potter, but I'm still not over the fact that he killed my other best friend, Jaws. On this episode of RTT, we're taking a look at 5 classic Universal Orlando attractions as we remember that time that we got hungry for bananas and E.T. took us home, and it got a little weird.
Da-da, da-da.
The Jaws ride was a ride in Universal Studios, Florida, and it took you on a boat ride around Amity, and
You're literally chased around by a demon shark from hell that's trying to kill you.
In the Jaws ride, you are visiting the place where Jaws happened.
It looked all Maine-y with lobsters and those red and white floaty buoy things.
And you were visiting to go on a tour of some of the stars' homes, like those tacky tours in LA, but this time you're gonna go see like Chief Brody's house.
And you round the bend.
You turn a corner and immediately there's just a dead boat there.
And it is slowly sinking right before your eyes, and you think, well, that's it, we must be next.
It was all about turning corners, I remember.
Because there's a lot of, bends.
Pocahontas never had this much trouble with river bends.
Turn this corner, Jaws, and explosion. You turn this corner, Jaws, and electrocution.
And then he gets fried, and then you get to see dead shark carcass.
I have a horrible fear of decomposing robots.
if you want to learn more about submergophobia, click here.
Was mostly just shouting and the sounds of screams.
So there's a lot of acting in the Jaws ride.
Our tour guides, they go through truly an emotional roller coaster
Literally screaming about us becoming shark bait.
to announcing that we're heroes minutes later and to please enjoy the rest of your day.
Full-blown BFA musical theater, Shakespeare Summer Stock level of excellence.
I hope they're getting paid well. Is there a union for that?
Yes, I have seen the Jaws movie.
That being the time that my Moana-like relationship with the water ended in a very nasty divorce.
Maybe not as many as Molly.
Jaws, the movie, is the greatest film ever made.
I know, Molly's like a Jaws fanatic.
I have literally gone to an event called Shark Con, dressed like Chief Brody while my husband was dressed like Quint so that we could meet Richard Dreyfuss and take a picture.
So what I remember of the Jaws movie,
What I remember most about it?
Cool summer night in early July.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. We should have brought a bigger boat? What is it?
He is awoken by a call that
people are having fun and there are screams, maybe a hot lifeguard.
I'm bigger boat quote.
and the guy goes, "Oh, what?"
Bob Fosse's like, what? Roy Schneider, is that his name? Give them the old razzle dazzle.
And you knew, and you let people go swimming anyway. My boy is dead. I just wanted you to know that.
That's not a quote, it's a speech. Reciting a scene of dialogue is not a quote.
Richard Dreyfuss, I can't remember his name. He looked kind of cute though. Like, I don't know why, those glasses.
It ends with Chief Brody and Matt Hooper kicking in on some barrels, and Brody says, I used to hate the water. And Hooper says, can't imagine why.
I think I'm thinking about Sharknado. That's not the same.
Jaws was one of the opening day attractions at Universal Studios Florida when it opened in 1990, but it had a ton of mechanical issues because
When you mix robots and water, you get rust. Rust is the glitter of theme parks.
They had to close it down. It was a complete disaster.
You know when you go to a Mexican restaurant, they serve you the fajitas. I wanted it with onions. We're out of onion. Well, why did you serve me the fajitas? When I rode the Jaws ride, it was like fajitas without the onion. Was that the question?
But then the new reason they closed it is to make room for the Magic Boy and his friends.
Harry Potter once again ruining my ride.
if Jaws and Harry Potter were to fight,
Harry Potter has the spells, but I think Jaws, he has the tenacity.
And I feel like they both would have a chance. But ask me if I would see that fight. Ask me if I'd pay good money to see that.
I think we're all really quick to assume that the shark wanted to eat us. He might have just wanted to invite us all to a really fun barbecue. and now we'll never know. E.T. Phone home.
The E.T. Adventure Ride is a dark ride where you travel through the story of E.T. and then just a made-up part.
E.T. goes home, you go with him, and you get to see E.T.'s home planet.
E.T. ride is hard to describe.
First off, you're greeted by Steven Spielberg in the video. We need you. And he does that iconic point. You. So the premise pretty much is we've got to get E.T. back to his planet because the planet is not doing well.
You're driving through the nature preserve and all the mannequins are mad at you.
The car that drove towards you, it doesn't it goes.
And then you fly into the air.
It's like Peter Pan for 12 people at once.
And you fly him home on bikes.
Which is the preferred mode of transportation to get to space.
And then it ends in a psychedelic journey to another planet.
In E.T.'s home.
Some kind of Lollipop Guild meets Pandora meets the Lorax.
That's where I think this ride jumped the shark.
And there's a bunch of other ETs.
Is that like E.T.'s dad?
And little ETs.
Who is that? Is that E.T.'s uncle?
And they're dancing.
They had a giant gala where they all were singing and squirting water at us, and it was very weird.
The best part of the E.T. attraction is at the end when E.T. thanks all of you for helping save him, and he goes, "Thank you, Molly."
It's nice that E.T. took the time to learn every name on the planet.
E.T. is like the Mary Poppins of the galaxy, y'all, okay?
I always felt like there was some hidden meaning to E.T.'s adventure. I mean, it was hidden from me too, but it must be there, right?
Once when I was in line to ride the E.T. adventure, some youths in front of me thought it was a Stranger Things attraction.
I just watched the E.T. film 2 weeks ago because everyone was mad at me that I had not seen it.
I'm gonna get a little sentimental. It's your childhood wrapped up in an alien.
I did not want to cry over E.T., but maybe I did.
I think about E.T. a lot when I put on sunscreen.
What kid did not want to ride a bike and fly in front of the moon?
I wanted to be able to ride a bike in the sky. I'm still waiting. You never know. I mean, I saw a drone today.
I loved it. I thought it was really cute. E.T. kind of creeped me out, but I get it.
E.T. is so ugly that he's adorable.
I don't know why he's cute, because he looks like poop.
Who designed him? I don't think Steven Spielberg drew him.
So before E.T., the aliens that we were used to looking at were giant, black, shiny, green, slimy, disgusting, mouth popping out, scary aliens that were sent from space to kill you. And then here comes E.T.
His head was and he had
It was the eyes. I think it was the eyes. The eyes, those big old eyes.
Because we're drawn to things with big eyes because babies have big eyes. You can get your picture taken in Japan where they stretch your eyeballs to be giant and big like Japanese animation. Maybe that's why we love E.T.
Do they have chiropractors on extraterrestrials' planet? That is a lot of head, and there's just a little bit of neck holding up all of that head. Then I get worried because I see a distended belly, and I worry about nutrition.
Well, the first thing I think about is Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
And who can forget about the iconic Reese's Pieces?
I keep wanting to say Reese's Pieces, but that's not how you say it. It's Reese's Pieces. Fact check.
My favorite E.T. quote.
Elliot.
I'll be right here. With that little weird glowy finger.
I'll be right here.
I'll be right here.
Yo, you want to touch fingers?
E.T., why don't you just phone home? E.T., seriously.
Yes, I feel like E.T. should have gone home.
He was not meant for Earth.
One look at planet Earth and was like, does not look promising. I'm out. Or I guess he said, I'm out.
Sorry about it, Elliot. It's not about you.
As much as he loved Elliot and Elliot loved him, E.T. belonged at his home planet.
Go back and breathe the air that he's accustomed to.
The whole thing was he was going to die. Having visited E.T.'s planet, I don't totally get why he went home. It's a terrifying place, but I do understand the will to live.
Are we not going to talk about the creepy corn husk doll? That's the craziest part.
Despicable Me Minion Mayhem is a simulator attraction at Universal Studios Florida where you are becoming a minion, so you get shrunk down to the size of a minion and then you go on an adventure with Gru and all the minions and the Goyles.
I have ridden the Minion ride. It's a motion simulator ride, and I have motion sickness, so...
I don't normally get motion sick, but woo!
I threw up.
That ride is rough.
Initially when it came out, it was in 3D and it made me super nauseous because I get motion sick on simulator attractions.
Definitely remember it being very...
If my stomach is feeling weird or my brain, or if I want to throw up, I want to actually be about to throw up, not like, why can't my brain catch up with the 3D goggles on?
But I rode it recently and it's not 3D anymore. Now it's just like a big screen where your chair kind of goes like this, but I actually miss the 3D.
I have motion sickness, but I do like to party.
The Universal Imagineers, what are they called? Universineers? I feel like they saw Soarin' and they're like, oh, let's get a big old screen, bammo.
The whole thing is about the girls trying to get Gru a present because it's their adoption anniversary, but Gru also got them a present, so it's really cute and really sweet, and it kind of makes me cry a little bit.
There's something wrong, and you see warning, and he's like, somebody didn't take a shower. And then of course they show somebody in the audience. Luckily it was never me because my mama raised me to clean myself. So to all of y'all who get the warning, you need to know better. Take a shower before you get on the ride, okay?
But the best part is at the end when you get to go to the party and the minions, like the actual minions, are there having a dance party that you get to join in on.
I have seen Despicable Me. I have seen both the first one and the second one.
The Attack of Gru, is that two? What is that? What is the other one?
It's called Despicable Me. I think that it was based on my life story.
'Cause I'm happy along if you...
You don't think you're gonna fall for that Groot character? Groot, his name's Groot, right? No, Gru.
Gru?
Let's get into Steve Carell and that accent is Gru.
Budapest, or maybe Czechoslovakia, or something like this.
I don't even know if I can do it right. I don't even... Iconic.
And the girls.
It's so fluffy, I think I'm gonna die!
But as everybody knows, the real star are the minions.
The minions are really cute in an obnoxious way.
Banana.
Banana! Leave me alone and stop spreading banana at me.
Reese's Pieces.
And I want to say that a minion is a lot like an Oompa Loompa.
But my inclination from the first two movies was that they were more like lab creations than they were like Oompa Loompas.
Maybe during evolution, the banana fell on top of like a microorganism and they infused and laid eggs in the ocean and minions came from them. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in that.
I like to believe that minions were created in an experiment using Tic Tacs and overalls. I think that the overalls are part of the minion.
On the ride, you can get turned into a minion. What are the implications of that? What if some of the minions were turned into minions against their will? If you look closely, they're saying, help me.
I don't like that.
I do not like that. A minion is just like a little guy. And it just is. And I don't think we need to ask questions about it, because I think we don't want to know.
I can name many minions. Kevin? Maybe. Okay, maybe I can't name many of the minions.
It's like nerdy white guy names, right?
Kevin, Stuart, Bob, Larry, Fred, George, Harry, Ron, Sirius, Hermione.
Kevin. Oh, am I right? Oh, okay. That is the end of my list.
Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, cool.
I think it is a good fit for Universal.
They've got Halloween Horror Nights. They've got monsters, mummies, dinosaurs, and that's great, but there's some young ones that might be scared of that.
Universal needs kid stuff.
Kids, I have been led to believe, love Despicable Me.
Minion Mayhem is cute. Is it my favorite attraction at Universal Studios? No. But it is my favorite attraction where you get to have a dance party with the Minion at the end. Kongfrontation was an opening day attraction at Universal Studios Florida.
That was the one where you were in the big red car, right?
You were going on a sky trolley. King Kong came up and caused some trouble.
Chaos ensues.
And you see like helicopters and people are screaming and stuff is on fire.
We're 100 feet down. If we fall, we're goners.
It's too high. Way too high up there. And I don't trust the New York Transportation Department.
You go on the bridge and all of a sudden your train, the tram that you're on completely disconnects.
And the gorilla actually like picked up the cage and shook it and dropped you, and your cable car actually like dropped with it.
We're good for nothing, or we're...
King Kong is pulling you like he's gonna eat you.
He's not gonna eat you, right? He's just gonna...
And then I remember the banana breath, because at one point he breathes on you and his breath smelled like bananas.
You would think that he ate a minion or something, right?
Banana.
Banana.
But anyway, I think that was before his time.
If you are taking the tram to Roosevelt Island, the least that you're going to be worried about is the fact that a giant ape is peering at you.
I have seen the King Kong films. I remember seeing the really, really old one where King Kong looks like those old Christmas movies.
I've actually seen the original King Kong.
I think the original King Kong was in 1936.
Maybe the 50s?
So I'm gonna say like 1932.
40s?
1948.
30s?
I have seen the Peter Jackson King Kong
I wanna say Jack Black and Naomi Watts in it.
and the one, I think it was Skull Island. I just remember Loki and Captain Marvel were in it. And King Kong.
Oh wait, I think you got it mixed up with Godzilla. Hold on.
Was it a monkey or a lizard?
When they make King Kong again, and that's a when, not an if, they should probably just cast Richard Dreyfuss as King Kong. Kongfrontation closed, much like other attractions in Universal.
I'll say it's bananas that they got rid of Confrontation. Get it? Bananas.
King Kong was no longer interested in working in the Central Florida heat. Decided to book an Amtrak ticket to New Hampshire.
Wow, good for you.
They had a more profitable film franchise that could get shoved in there. So The Mummy was doing really, really well. So they decided to close Kongfrontation to put in the Revenge of the Mummy.
Okay, let's get into this new King Kong transformation.
I have been on Skull Island Reign of Kong.
Skull Island Reign of Kong has the scariest queue for anything I've ever been on.
The queue is incredible and horrifying and scary and like really sets the mood.
The attraction itself starts really, really great. You get into these giant Jeep things and you're gonna go look at all these prehistoric monsters and you pull around and you hear Kong, Kong, Kong. There's these giant gates and they open up and you're like, yes, what could be behind here?
And then it just screams.
Too much movie screens for me.
It's not typically a good sign when the best part of the ride is the queue.
It's pretty good for a screen-based attraction. You really do feel like you're there. At one point, Kong beats like a dinosaur.
Wait. Dinosaurs?
I was thinking, is this Jurassic Park or Skull Island? Da 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 Kong.
I'm glad they brought Kong back in some fashion, mostly because it gives me hope that Jaws could come back somehow.
Jurassic Park ride in Universal takes you on a river adventure.
And then obviously chaos ensues. You go the wrong way. You end up where the raptors are and the Tyrannosaurus Rex before you go down a big scary drop to safety.
I will be honest, the first time I rode that ride, I said, dinosaur in Disney World wishes it could be this ride.
Some imagination, huh?
The ride, like the movie, starts off in this calming, very nice, sweet atmosphere.
It sort of looks like living with the land at Disney World at first. They're gonna grow watermelons upside down.
And I think you go up a hill at the beginning.
We know this is a bad idea.
Then you have to deal with the fact that you are in the water with dinosaurs.
And then it gets like, woo, woo. And then you hear like, and then,
Oh, and then there's a car.
All of these things together stress me out to the max.
I think it is insane how close the T-Rex gets to you at the end.
I'm not scared.
There's actually a whole Jurassic Park themed land at Universal's Islands of Adventure.
I really like the Discovery Center because it's like walking into the movie. I don't think that there is better music to walk around a theme park to than the Jurassic Park theme.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Da 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 da.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
This is basically just a John Williams appreciation video. You've got the Pterodon flyers. You can only ride if you're under a certain height.
I paid full price. Let me ride it.
So normally if you're an adult by yourself, you are not getting on this attraction at all. And it was always my dream to ride it because it soars above the rest of the land. And you just think, God, I bet that is so much fun, but I don't have a kid with me.
And then you got to be like the creepy college kid going, hey, anybody under 13 want to ride this with me?
And then you've got the Meet the Velociraptor thing, which is super cool, where you can meet a baby Velociraptor or you can meet Blue, the big full-size Velociraptor.
That's awesome. I want to meet a Velociraptor. We all do.
First time I did it, I watched all these adults in front of me get scared of this Velociraptor, and I was like, you dummies.
Part of you knows that this is an actor in a costume, but when you hear those iconic raptor sounds,
and then sure enough, the moment I walked up there, I was shrieking and jumping because the way they do it,
you were taken right back to that terror of the movie.
It is so scary and so fun.
I definitely saw Jurassic Park in the theater.
I probably watched it too young. It was very scary.
And that is not suitable for children.
The water ripple really spoke to me. No CGI there. Today? Are you kidding me? We gotta do the ripple effect. Get the, I think the intern, get Stephanie to do the water ripple, and then she'd have that in her portfolio for the rest of her life.
There's some iconic moments in that one. The guy who's stuck in the toilet and hiding knocks over the whole thing and he's sitting there.
The scene where the Velociraptors are in the kitchen.
When Alan is schooling the little boy who's like, that doesn't look so scary.
Dr. Ellie Sattler says, dinosaurs kill man, woman inherits the earth.
Dinosaur eats man and woman inherits the earth.
You have to do it with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth. Hold on to your butts.
The most beautiful part of Jurassic Park is when, at the end, the T-Rex puts out his finger and touches Elliot's finger.
I'll be right here.
If I were in the real Jurassic Park, I would voluntarily be the first to die. I would tell everybody, I would be the one that was like, you guys, my foot is hurt.
Run really fast.
I can't run like you.
Not do enough cardio.
Also, my core is very, very weak.
Great.
You have to save yourself.
I'm just gonna stand still and I'm not gonna worry about it.
Becky, you have daughters.
I have a kid.
John, you've got that girlfriend that you really got into like 3 weeks before we came out here.
Married. 10 years.
Let me tell you something.
It's okay, guys, seriously, no. And then I would slowly turn, and because I wouldn't want to scare people, I would make sure that I went to an area that was that was very misty, you know, a lot of mist, and with a lot of leafy plants. And I would slowly walk into the mist while I sang the mating call of the T-Rex. And it goes something like this. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. Becky, go away. I told you I've got to do this by myself. Don't you see I love you?
If you've never heard this, go on YouTube, and Michael sings this song called Someone in the Dark. It's a beautiful song, but this came out right before Thriller. I mean, like a month and a half before Thriller. Thriller came out in what, December of '82? E.T.'s songbook, storybook narrated by pop star of the world, Michael Jackson, came out in like November.
Hey everybody, it's Molly. Morgan and I are so excited that you guys are loving our new show. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. You can also click over here for a playlist of every RTT episode. And want more All Ears? Click over here for a video of me doing every single attraction in Universal Studios Florida. Thanks for watching!